Vadic forces Picard to make an impossible choice. Deliver what he can never give or watch his crew perish. Their only salvation lies in the mind of an old friend and old foe. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I'm reviewing episode number 8 of season 3 of Picard. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. Now, I believe this episode is titled Surrender, and it is another outstanding episode in this season 3. I don't think we've had a bad episode yet, or anything close to a bad episode. Of course, last time we got to the point in the show that Picard was going to try to pull something on Vadic, and she's going to end up taking over the Titan, and with that, holding the entire ship hostage. So, of course, we're going to see the conclusion of that. I hope we get to start seeing a few more answers. This has been described as the end of sort of almost like the second act of the season. First 4 episodes were one part, the next 4 episodes ending with 8, second part, and then 9 and 10 are supposed to be the Big Bang. And I'm telling you, if 9 and 10 are the Big Bang after what we've seen so far, we are in for something else. So with that, let's take a look at Surrender. So here we go. I really like that shot through that helm there. Or through the dome. I don't know why I called it a helm. Never thought I'd see smoking on the bridge of a starship.
Nor can't control what he can't access.
Okay, so we're still working on data.
Take their ears.
Ensign range for threats, do you copy?
So Vadic is shutting down the parts of the ship.
With nowhere left to run.
She's almost a psychopath.
Can you access the ship's security comms from here?
I'm trying, but the bridge is locking us out.
I mean, I do sort of understand why she's a psychopath, but she's starting to be a psychopath.
We must find a way to regain manual control, or we'll lose everything.
And that would be the problem here.
What is he doing?
Okay, so Jack and his creepy red eyes.
Where are all the others?
Wow, he just took over that guy's mind.
Federation Starship USS Titan. This is your captain speaking.
Oh, she's just so creepy. I love her.
These fine officers up here you might miss most.
Well, I guess it's time to get to a hostage crisis.
So, Jack Crusher, to the bridge, would you please?
So she wants Jack, or she's going to kill hostages.
Hold still. I'm trying to clean.
Okay, and we're moving to see Troy and Riker.
As an old man and still take a punch. Almost.
They have survived on the Shrike.
I came face to face with bleakness.
And Riker sort of going over how he felt.
All I wanted was to see your face.
After they saw those beings that seemed to have been born.
Clint came to our home pretending to be you. He was pretty charming, too.
Okay. I really enjoy this kickoff to episode number 8. Vadic, you know, she has been a discovery, and Amanda Plummer has played Vadic perfect. She's creepy, she's perfect, she's psychopathic, and she's the type of villain you need in any type of a fantasy show and a science fiction show. You need villains who you can be afraid of, who you know they will kill you and they are going to cause trouble. And I will talk more about that a little bit later as well.
They're different.
Yeah, we know. Evolve.
Okay, we're going to get to hear a few things.
Did we do the right thing giving them the compromised code?
Okay, so there's a reason she got in. Riker gave her the code.
Captain Picard trapped, and as we speak, he's got her on the ropes.
Well, unfortunately, not yet.
It's like saving your life.
Commander.
My name is 7 of 9.
I thought we'd already gotten past this.
Send a team to find our shy little fox.
I love her nicknames for him.
Forcing this chaos, this suffering.
Okay, so those people are in danger.
Or I'll execute one crew member for every 10 minutes.
And you know, she really means she will.
Absolutely not. I will not let you go up on the bridge. Jack, don't sacrifice yourself.
I love Beverly's reaction here. I really do.
Once Vadic has you, she will destroy the ship before taking you.
Of course, any mom would have that same reaction.
Be clear then, shall we? I am not a changeling. I have never changed into or from anything.
But I also love that Picard says, hey, she'll just kill everybody.
I've always been different.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere talking to the family.
But something has changed in me.
The tears.
I think I can retake the ship.
Jack, tell me how.
Okay, so we're going to use that mind trick.
I can connect to people.
It's about time you tell people this.
See through their eyes, move their bodies. It's all in my head.
Yeah, and of course Beverly's going to test him.
This may indeed be why they've been hunting you. You're special.
Okay, so we've known for a while that Jack is special, and most of this is just this little talk is going to center on him. But finally, Jack, with Sydney there, which I think that was important, finally Jack is going to tell Beverly and Picard what's wrong. He's had enough. He's feels different. He doesn't know why he feels different, and he feels like he can help. And so with that, of course, Beverly acted like a mom. Picard acted like a dad. But in the end, he wants to help. He feels like it's his fault.
High-ranking Starfleet officers are given an override codex.
Hey, we've seen this before.
Connect or even control one of our own.
You know, way back in, what was it, Wrath of Khan?
Try. I have to try.
There's a lot of things that go back to Wrath of
This
Khan
codex into the console.
in this series. I'll just be honest. Okay, that was nice and sneaky, and I liked what they were trying to do there.
Mama, is that you in there, Jack Crusher?
And she seems to know what he's doing and know what his powers are.
Jack, I'm afraid your first 10 minutes have expired.
So we're going to lose somebody.
There is nothing you can do.
Of course, it's not going to be 7 of 9, I would imagine. Probably not the captain.
I can't. Because I'm Starfleet.
And it's going to be one of those younger groups. Oh, not the Vulcan. Come on. Oh, boy, he does tears. Awesome. Woo.
I know you were angry at what I did when Thad died, but you gave up.
Oh, getting some background on Riker's
I
condition.
didn't give up. I was numb. You know why?
Riker's condition after his son died and why he left.
Because our son died, Deanna, and I needed to feel the grief.
Yes, like everybody should.
To push yourself inside my head to dull the pain.
Oh, I see now.
Well, unlike you, I felt the weight of everyone's grief and not...
Boy, it's hard to talk during this.
It was my last connection to him. And you tried to erase it.
This is a very powerful scene.
Take it. Help you carry it.
Seriously, we get Jonathan Frakes for a Best Actor award?
You can't skip to the end of healing.
Or I guess technically a Best Supporting Actor. But holy cow, he's been so good. And he's just killing it in this episode as well. Of course, here we finally have, of course, Vadic has to kill somebody. And it's going to make Jack feel very guilty. He is, I mentioned in the last episode, he has a rather straight moral compass for the most part. But that is going to just kill him and eat him up that somebody died because of him. And she probably knows that as well. Of course, he has Picard and Beverly sort of holding him back. And so that's going to be something that's important as well.
Besides, if anyone's leaving that planet, it's me.
So they didn't really want to live where they were.
No. We went there for that, but it's not really my cup of tea.
Don't like the environment. Yes, kill that dude. Yes, Worf saves the day.
I have counted the days since I last saw you. Like waves in the...
You know, I was wondering if he was going to show back up and help.
Gifts often during my self-evaluation.
Well, that's wonderful.
Inappropriate.
I just love that play. Worf and Riker were always the best.
If I stay here, eventually she's going to find me, but if I go, at least there's a chance she'll spare the rest.
What I'm starting to realize is just how much I missed all these characters.
A Chateau Picard Bordeaux, which you said was too dry because your taste in wine is pedestrian.
That's, of course, Picard.
That's a good thing, too. Otherwise, there'd be nothing there to prevent Lore from completely erasing Data.
So they really do need Data to come through here.
When we remove the partition, there is no going back. No safeguards, no backups.
So we've got to try.
Whatever he's attempting will only hasten the end. For you.
So Data and Lore.
Conquest. The only sensible measure of the success of a life.
Okay, so of course Lore is not very nice.
These trinkets are my memories.
You know, I always said they were basically two sides of the same coin.
You can't even feel enough to enjoy it.
And so these trinkets are going to be important.
Evolution, my dear Watson.
Okay, so really big thing here. Let's go back and talk about Deanna and Will because I didn't during the last little segment. You know, I was wondering why Will left and why Will, when he met with Picard early on, said what he did about him and Deanna having issues. Well, she tried to take his pain away when he was trying to grieve the loss of his son. Only problem, as she actually said, you can't hurry grief, and it has to go through the stages, and you have to deal with it. And she tried to take that away because she was a loving wife and was wanting to help, and it backfired.
Do not worry. It is not him. It is only his former shell.
Okay, so that's what they got from Daystrom.
Portions of his parietal lobe, sections that were infected with the aromatic syndrome.
So what's important about that syndrome?
Shields are up. Comms down.
They've lost control of the ship.
So maybe you shouldn't have given the code in the first place.
Baby boy.
Okay, of course, he's going to come to the bridge.
I even brought you a gift.
Unknown device detected.
Did it have to look like a thermal detonator from Star Wars?
His programming is overriding data, devouring it, bit by bit.
I mean, seriously, that looked like a thermal detonator.
Even though I do not share your desire to dominate.
Oh, Tasha Yar.
Data, please. Fight, damn it.
So he's giving his memories away to Lore.
One thing, though, it will kill me. So if you want me alive, you let them go.
Only if it's a detonator of some kind.
You really should have gone.
You really shouldn't have come up.
So 7 of 9 stepping into danger.
Your gifts.
My gifts?
You know, I think 7 of 9 is she's feeling some guilt as well.
Vadic, if at any point you want to stop talking about your circles, I'm all ears.
So we all would like to know about his gifts, so come on.
You've heard them, haven't you? The voices.
I wonder exactly what the voices are supposed to be.
Are you not curious to see what's beyond that red door?
So, how does she know?
You're shut down. Lore's writing his own code. We're about to lose data forever.
Okay, so things seem to be bad.
This memory are the many hours I spent playing poker with my friends.
And he's still giving away his memories.
Tell me, why are you giving me these things?
Finally, Lore was a little suspicious there, as he probably should have been.
In a way, he taught me to love.
Oh boy, Spot. You talk about some tears flowing. Woo! That was a crazy moment there. Okay, so really here, the big thing I'm just going to talk about is this whole idea with Jack coming to the bridge and basically giving himself up, but not, because he has this thing that he's basically saying is a bomb, which, you know, who knows if it is or not. But he has Vadic's attention. He's there. He's going to have her not killing people, and that's what's important to him. The big thing here is, how does she know he's thinking about that red door and seeing that red door? Have we missed something somewhere where we would know this?
What's happening?
Okay, Data had a plan.
I knew because they belonged to me, you would see them as trophies.
I love how that turned right there.
We are one now.
But you know, I was also thinking during all that, Lore was not acting normal.
Goodbye, brother. Goodbye, brother.
He was not acting his normal self, so he wasn't exactly all Lore.
Data, we need your help. The ship is in trouble.
Say no more.
Okay, Data to the rescue.
Ensign, what's going on over there?
Vadic took control of the ship, but we're taking it back and we need you.
Yes, absolutely.
Greetings, USS Titan.
This is your friendly positronic
That's awesome.
pissed off security system. Back online.
Sign them, go!
Oh my.
Monologuing protoplasms. I am initiating an immediate shift change.
This is one of the best lines of the whole series. I mean, just to be honest.
What the hell are you doing?
Okay, so that's some type of shield.
Get off my bridge. Fucking solid.
Oh yes, they're expelling her out into space. Absolutely awesome. But does that mean that's all of Vadic? Oh no.
But you're still throwing from the left shoulder.
What? That's bullshit.
You must snap with the wrist.
Gotta love it, Worf. Still criticizing.
There's a darkness on this ship.
Okay. I just don't know where to go here.
For better or worse, I am changed.
Okay, so I don't know how I feel about this. I'm glad we sort of got things back to normal here and control of the ship, but I don't know how much I like the fact they just killed Vadic in episode 8. I really thought she'd be around for a while. And so I don't know how I feel about that. She was a very good bad guy and a little psychopathic, but a very good bad guy. And if there's someone worse than her, boy, that's going to leave an excellent last 2 episodes. The other thing is, I've seen some people talk about wouldn't she have changed. You have to remember.
It appears I'm capable of using contractions now.
You have to remember, she's a lot more human now than most changelings.
I feel.
So she may not have been able to change as fast as she got expelled into space.
Forever constant. It's my gratitude for your friendship.
These two always were one of the top parts of the show.
Data!
All right, so Data's coming in.
I know that me is resting peacefully.
And I love this explanation. One Data dies, a new Data lives.
This me would rather be no place else in the universe.
And so we have a family reunion, basically.
It's been a long time since we all sat around the table like this.
Too long, really.
Boy, it looks really good to having them all there together.
I have slaughtered countless enemies over the years and considered sending their heads to all of them.
I mean, come on, Worf.
But I was advised that was passive-aggressive.
Just a little bit passive-aggressive.
Changelings have infiltrated Starfleet.
Whatever it is.
Okay, so now we're down to it.
Have in store for Frontier Day is tied directly to Jack.
Okay, so we've pretty much come up with that idea.
Visions, voices. He has abilities that we just can't explain.
So we're coming clean to the entire group now.
I think it's time I met your son.
I always liked these times in the old show when they came together as a group to figure things out.
Well, as a counselor, I would normally wait for you to seek me out.
Okay, but of course we've got to figure out what's going on. But I love that how she let him come to her.
Jack, stay with me.
Okay, we have a connection.
When you're awake, have you ever seen a door?
Oh, so she's going to ask about that door. Is she seeing that?
I have no desire to open.
Why?
Because I'm terrified about what's behind it.
Oh, there's his tears again. Whew, man alive. Oh, so we're going to see that next week, I guess. Okay, just quick on this last section. This whole family reunion scene, I think, was awesome. I love how they did it. You know, it makes you remember Star Trek The Next Generation and how much most people really loved it. And so they've done a very good job in this season, bringing back those memories. Now, of course, we've also gotten Deanna in on this, so she's going to help Jack work through what's going on in his mind, hopefully. And hopefully we can get some answers coming up pretty soon, because as I've said, the first 4 episodes were supposed to be like the first part. Second part was 5 through 8, and then 9 and 10 are supposed to be the big bang of an ending. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to go. Now with that, I do want to go through and give you some thoughts and reactions, basically by going through and giving some ups and downs of this episode. And I'm going to start out sort of like I usually do or have been here recently, and start out with a down. And it's not a big down. It's actually sort of a small down. But that is, I'm not sure how much I like the fact that they killed Vadic off in this episode. She's been very important. She's been a very good bad person, and I would have liked to have seen what she would have brought to episodes 9 and 10. And along with that, I've already heard there are people complaining about, oh, Vadic wouldn't have frozen to death. She'd have turned into a space being or something like that. Well, I mean, people, sometimes we have to stop and think a little while. This Vadic is nowhere near what the other changelings are. She's got a lot more human DNA and characteristics. So maybe she couldn't. Maybe she couldn't change that fast once things changed. Maybe she just couldn't do it. Heck, maybe they just didn't want her to. And that is fine. Okay, positives. Oh boy, I could probably talk for 20 minutes on this, but I don't want to. Okay, first up, that is going to be Troy and Riker basically talking about their feeling, and basically they use this to come together and to figure out their problems and to talk those problems through about what happened after their son died. And the fact basically that Troy was trying to take Riker's pain so he wasn't able to complete the grieving process. And that was a big part of the problem. And then, of course, we learned they didn't want to live where they lived. Okay. Second up, and I like that, is we finally have Jack coming clean. He's going to talk about how he's different, and they're actually going to try to use that to take over the ship. And of course, they got really close, but in the end, it wasn't something that was supposed to work. But then at the end, the whole group learns that, yeah, Jack is different. He's had issues. And so this is something they need to figure out. So I really like that. Of course, Data and how they had Data and Lore, and basically Data become one, but he's evolved. You know, there was a lot of that in that dream type sequence, or whatever they want to call it. You know, Data was giving his memories to Lore, but he also realized that Lore was just sort of taking them and letting them go, and that wasn't Lore, and he had changed. And so basically what he realized was, Lore probably, when he gives him all these memories, Lore is going to change. And that's when Data basically evolves into what he's going to be in and what he's going to be now. Okay. Also, big up, they actually let Vadic kill somebody on the bridge. I'm glad it wasn't anybody awfully important, but I did like the Vulcan lieutenant. So I'm a little sad that they did kill her. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to go with those being the ups. I think I talked about most of the rest throughout the recap. But with that, I'm going to give this episode an A, almost an A+. Okay. It's up there. Okay. It's a very good episode. Last episode, a little bit down, I thought. It was still an A- episode. This one, they're right back on target. All right. With that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the recap and review. With that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below, and I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.